What's up, everyone? This is the BTC man in Cryptogenics. Right now it's actually 1:15 a.m. right now, and I'm just busting this out for you guys. Gonna crash out after this, of course. Pretty much over the weekend, everything just basically took a big old dump. Bitcoin took a big dump. But as you know, in my last videos, I was bearish. I was saying that it could be heading down, and as well presented some technical analysis of it even heading down to the 7,500 because of the CME gap, as well as some articles that I read off to you guys. Anyways, let's get to it. Bitcoin right now is at 7,934, and it has taken a really big hit. Everything has. Pretty much just it's bloody red. Even up onto Binance, there's like coins that are like -20. A lot of the Binance coins that they just have on there. But it's a great time to trade. I did some great trading over the weekend. I did like 2 or 3 trades, and I am not sad about it. That's why I said you got to trade, you know? I mean, unless you're just like, hey, look at whoever is just that's kind of like, you know, just watching this and they don't know what they're really doing. Don't worry, it's gonna come back up, so don't even sweat it. But if you're trading, this is a great time to get in. I think there's gonna be a bounce coming up soon. It could be heading a little bit lower, but then at some point there will be a really good bounce coming. So pretty much everyone's talking about the good old S&P right here. We got a pretty much little bounce happening right now. But if you can see right here at the stock RSI, I think it's going to be heading up, and then it's going to be heading down. So it's going to be super volatile in the whole world because of the coronavirus that is basically putting a stop to world commerce. You know, it's shutting everything down. As you all know and been seeing and hearing everything, because it's just nonstop. With gold, our good old friend gold had a good old bounce from its top of 1,700. So that is probably going to be heading sideways, and then we'll see if it's going to be actually dropping as well with everything else. Now here we go. This is what happened. So here's Bitcoin. As you can see, it was just bouncing up on this, and then it just kept on just crashing, and actually almost hit where I had my a trend line that I had right here, because it's you know, it's around this area that has a lot of resistance and support throughout Bitcoin's history. But pretty much talking about the BTC CME gap, we got 2 of them. So I think this is going to be a huge talk about between all analysts and YouTubers and everything that cover crypto and Bitcoin. If the CME gap closed at the 7,600, 700 area, to me it looks like it did. Like, it looks like it pretty much closed right here. But what ended up happening over the weekend, while we had this huge drop, a massive, if you can see right here, CME gap opened, which is like from the 9,100s area right there all the way to 8,280. So this bounce, whenever we do get this bounce, we will be covering that. So that's great for just getting in and trading, doing a little scalp trade, or, you know, leveraging and going long at some point. Right now I still think we're gonna like test to maybe head down a little bit, and then we'll pop up in the next couple of videos, or the next video or so. I will be seeing and talking about if it's going to be heading up before we head down again, because right here, as you can see, this is on a 1 hour. So, you know, we went all the way down to this trend line here around 7,600s, and then we bounced pretty much up here. To me, if you look at the stock RSI right here, we're pretty much up here right now. I see we can be bouncing up, but then at some point we're going to be heading down. So let's get to articles now, everyone, and here we go. One of the big topics is, why is this going down? I think it's just going down because manipulation, obviously. It's a casino, seeing who can take everyone out, you know, who can get the most money. So that's what it really is about. As you can see right here, a lot of people are going to be talking about the reason why. and they're pointing out to this token called PlusToken, a scam token, which they moved 13,000 bitcoins worth 118 million. So that's what a lot of people are talking about. I'm just gonna leave this right here in the description, and if you guys want to read about it, go for it. But that's what a lot of people are saying. But this is normal. This is Bitcoin. It goes up and down, whether it needs a reason or not. Just like the stock market, just like coronavirus. It's just like coronavirus to the stock market, the world stock market. It's just a reason for them to blame something when everyone that has half a brain knows that the world has been in trouble for 10 years. I mean, ever since the last bubbles, 2007, 2008 with real estate, they never fixed anything, just kept on printing money and lowering interest rates, and they just kept on running with it. They bailed everyone out. I mean, nothing ever happened. So that's where we are now. It's just a bigger, massive bubble, and whatever their end goal is, we're all in it together. I can tell you that much. All of us are in the world, right? So let's get to this. This article right here is pretty much a summary of everything. It's Bloody Monday. Bitcoin price loses 8K. Oil is down 30%. So that's some seriousness right there. Dow futures plunge as well. So let's read this article. Bitcoin closed the week at 8,024. Obviously, we're lower than that. A shocking 9.92 loss, and a new weekly low not seen since January 13, when the asset traded for 17,946. The abrupt correction took place as the Dow, S&P 500, and oil futures plummeted as investors' fears over their economic impact of the coronavirus, COVID-19, continues to intensify. Coronavirus fears grip the global economy. Dow futures dropped more than 1,200 points, 4.6%. S&P 500 futures fell 4.89%. Brent crude fell 30%. Whoa. So the Dow futures dropped more than 1,200 points. S&P 500 futures fell 4.89%, and the Brent crude fell 30%. The volatility in oil futures appears to be driven by a growing disagreement between Saudi Arabia and Russia as the OPEC members debate whether or not to cut the crude oil production should increase as demand weakens across the globe. Despite being fully aware of Russia's disapproval, Saudi Arabia is reported to have finalized plans to increase production, and this is leading investors to fear that a price war is in the making. On March 8th, the Italian government also announced that it would extend quarantine-like conditions to its northern region, and that's including Venice and Milan, which I read in another article. This effectively means that nearly 16 million people are now severely restricted in their movement as bars, schools, sports competitions, and travel is shut down. Pretty much in the US, they have so far, they canceled over this weekend Arnold Schwarzenegger's fitness convention, the Classic, his bodybuilding, fitness, strongman tournament. Those tournaments went on, but the convention, which takes in about like 250,000 people throughout the weekend, they shut that down. And as well, South by Southwest in Austin, which is it's a massive like arts, music, cinema, even they have even panels, everything like that. A lot of events, a lot of parties and stuff like that over music and the arts. They canceled that, and that is supposed to be about like, I would say 250 to 400,000 people, something like that, a ton of people. And I guess as well, in Florida, they have like WMC, the World Music Conference, which is a massive like electronic festival, plus another one. They closed that down, and that sees like something like 1 million people. They shut that down. So, and they're talking about all sports being, even to a point where NBA players will be playing basketball by themselves. So just like how soccer is being done in Europe. So it's a lot of stuff going on. They're even talking about canceling the Olympics. So pretty heavy duty. So getting back to it, Italy has been especially hard hit by COVID-19, and to date 366 people have passed. God bless their souls. Pray for them all. And more than 7,000 have been diagnosed with the virus. Pray for everyone around the world. Everyone. Pray for all the old people. Those are the people that get hit the hardest, plus ailing people that have ailments already. So on the same day, France also banned all gatherings of more than 1,000 people in an effort to stem the spread of coronavirus, as 19 people have already passed and more than 1,126 have been infected. And I'm sure the affected is way more. It's because most countries don't even have the testing kits yet. As America is just, we're just making them right now. Obviously, Bitcoin price has not been spared the carnage inflicted upon equities markets, and at the time of publishing, the digital asset is plunging below 8K to mark a new low at 7,675. That has been probably the main thing all of us have been wondering, what would happen to Bitcoin during a stock market crash and a recession. We've always wondered that, and because Bitcoin has never gone through that, now we know. I'm pretty sure that Bitcoin will be hurting as well. I don't see a ton of people running to Bitcoin as a safe haven and it blowing up. I don't think so. I think it's going to be, if it does, that's great. I just, as long as I can still trade and make money off of it, I'm pretty stoked. Whether it goes up to it has an intense, crazy year this year or not, it's not really a big deal. I don't think you should think of it as a big deal either. So right here, this is talking about the head and shoulders pattern complete, which a lot of different YouTubers were, talking about that as well. For weeks, analysts cautioned that a drop below the crucial support at 9,400 would lead to a strong downside move, and the March 7 rejection at 9,150 catalyzed the start of the pullback, which has now completed the right shoulder of the head and shoulders pattern on the daily time frame. Surprisingly, the price sliced right through the 200-day moving average, the 120 moving average, 8,400 support, and key support of 8,200. Data from Skew shows 92 million in leverage positions were liquidated. That's what it is right there. 92 million in leverage positions were liquidated, guys. That's why you don't play or leverage, man, especially during times like this. People that are trading on the stock market, they don't know what they're doing right now. They're getting slaughtered. So that's what this is all about. It's just taking that 92 million, okay? That's all really it is. It's casino clearing, cleaning up shop. And right here you see their fear and greed index shows a reading of extreme fear. So this is a good time to buy, right? This is buy time. Yeah, this is definitely buy time. Look, it's 17 extreme fear. Fear yesterday was 33. Yeah, this is a good time to, anytime right now buying is probably a good time for a bounce. This is not financial advice, of course, but there's going to be a bounce. Let's see. Currently, Bitcoin trades near 7,850, and if the price fails to hold here, a drop to 7,600, which would be the CME Gap, right? As expected. Below 7,600, the volume profile visible range, VPVR, baby, our favorite indicator, shows a high volume node at 7,422, and Bitcoin's price history shows the zone functioning as a support since November 23rd, 2019. So right here. There you go. So right here, it's like, yeah, in the last video I talked about was the same error right here. Okay, so as Bitcoin price corrected, altcoins also suffered major losses. A majority of the top 20 altcoins followed suit, dropping by double digits. Ethereum corrected 13.67% and pulled below 200 bucks. That's a discount. Bitcoin Cash dropped 17%. This is time to buy. Look at that. XRP lost 12.17% of its value. This is it, man. The overall cryptocurrency current market cap now stands at 223.5 billion, and Bitcoin's dominance rate is 63.9%. Let's check this out right here. Right here you can see there's where a bounce can happen. It can go a little bit lower to hit this, 7,500, a little above 7,500, 7,600, and we can have a bounce up back to 8,200. So that's a good scalp right there. Okay, and this last one I got right here, Bitcoin price analysis, BTC USD bleeds, but this roller coaster aims for 7,200. So this is pretty much the same price point that would hit as I was speaking at least a week ago or so. So right here, Bitcoin price bulls defend the 8,000 support and their lives depends on it, and we already broke that. Bulls intimidated by the hovering dark cloud as the downside points towards 7,200. Bitcoin price suffered another crash on Sunday, losing more than 800. The largest crypto drop like a stone, penetrating several tentative support areas. Fortunately, the buyer congestion at 8,000 saw the primary support defended and a reversal started. BTC is exchanging hands at 8,068 after failing to break the resistance at 8,200. Losses are likely to continue in the near term, especially if the support at 8,000 fails to hold, which we did. In other words, Bitcoin bulls must defend the support at 8,000. Like their lives depend on it. It is essentially their lifeline, and recovery is going to be their portion this week. Technically, the trend remains to the downside. Looking at the RSI, clearly the bearish pressure is still present. It is for this reason that recovery has lost its mojo at 8,183, leaving 800, 200 untested. So yeah, look at that baby, smack daddy. We went over almost 7,600. So this is a little bit of an older article, but it's all good. So moreover, the gap between the moving averages keeps increasing, further emphasizing the presence of the sellers on the market. For now, the path of least resistance is southwards. Sustaining gains above 8,200 has become a hard nut to crack. In the meantime, bulls are likely to contain the losses and nurse the wounds above 8,000. Unfortunately, a dark cloud continues to hover across the cryptocurrency market amid the coronavirus fears. If supports at 8,000 was to give in, BTC is likely to drop and test lows at 7,200 or even 7,000. We talked about that earlier too, even going down to 6,000s, right? Buy it all up, everyone, buy it all up. A move likely to create fresh demand for BTC and force a recovery towards 9,000. Bitcoin key levels, spot rate 8,066, relative change 10.26, percentage change 11%. That's pretty much it right here. So BTC, everyone, you know we love BTC, and if you are just tripping, don't even worry, don't even trip. Go jogging, go on a jog, go work out, don't go to work and don't even trip, you know. But if you're trading, give me a high five and you're making money. So anyways, everyone, I just wanted to have a quick one. Don't trip. You know, just keep on putting your money in Bitcoin. It's gonna go up, but you know, we could be having a pretty volatile year going up and down, and that's what I think is going to happen in all markets. So just keep on trading, and BTC man out. See you guys next time. Peace.